승객 여러분께서는 한 걸음 뒤로 물러나 주기 바랍니다.
Hello. Hello. I don't think you guys would have expected it. I am too. I'm gonna be casting this game today. And yeah, hello guys. We're back with another 4TBOC match, and this one is a very spicy one. This is Taiwan A versus Norway. This is, yeah, very, very high anticipated matchup. Two very, very strong teams. Norway has had quite a rocky road up ahead here. Quite a bit of a rocky road. Getting forced into tiebreakers against Poland the week before or yesterday, I'm not sure. But definitely did get forced into tiebreaker in their match against Poland. Matches have not been flawless. And you know, their seeding itself, I think people really hoped that, you know, Norway is going to be top 3, but they ended up being seeded top 8. So yeah, they are going to be coming into this as the underdogs in this match against Taiwan A, which, you know, has been on a huge roll as well. This is the winners bracket. And yeah, whoever does win this goes on to the winners semifinals, and you really want to stay in this winners bracket. But it is going to be warm-ups. It's going to be the Norway warm-up pack. Quite an odd background. But yeah, we're gonna wait until they start here. But yeah, that was definitely a very, very heated matchup that Norway did go up against. But you know, they're still in the winners brackets. And yeah, as for Poland, in the lower bracket, did actually get forced into a tiebreaker against Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia. And then still winning it, but you know, very, very close. Very, very close. And definitely could have had their tournament run on the line there. But really, really does go to show that anything could really happen. Especially with these kinds of matchups, you know, it is very, very unpredictable. Oh man. But yeah, speaking of Taiwan's own run, Taiwan A's runs has been pretty lax. They have clean sweeped every single opponent they've gone against so far, which is definitely something to be very proud of. That's actually insane. That is very, very insane. They clean sweeped the Netherlands in the round 32, and then clean sweeped Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, which not A to go up against. And it's a very, very strong performance from this team. And we're going to be hoping to keep this up. They keep this up for the rest of the tournament as long as possible. They keep up this lossless streak. But yeah, seems like we are so gonna have to go through warmers first before picking bans in the actual match itself. Seems like Defectum is going Hidden Hard Rock. Loft is gonna be going the Flashlight. But yeah. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting map, to say the least. It is actually pretty weird. What is this song, man? Bro. But yeah, not really much else to say about this warm-up, man. I mean, it's a funny song. Yeah, typical Norwegian music. I don't know. I wouldn't really know much about that. Yeah, speaking a little bit about these teams, I think definitely one of the strongest points in both teams are definitely their Nomad. I mean, these are two very, very strong Nomad teams. I mean, Bola has been on an absolute roll on pretty much everything. Bola has been on an absolute roll. So is Koot and Samu as well. I mean, Samu has been absolutely insane on that CC hidden, the not so hidden one, not so hidden picks, and it's proving to be a very, very well-rounded team. I mean, like Sakura and Null have not really played much in the qualifiers, but throughout these matches they've been taking their part and really just destroying these players. I mean, not to mention Q as well. I mean, Q also alongside Fola getting top 3 in HGTS, and now in this tournament gonna be decimating this lower skill level as kind of expected. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this Taiwanese team that for most commenters don't really know about these players, but if you watch AGTS to the final stages, you would know. But yeah, very, very, very strong players. And well, on the side of Norway, definitely much more well-known. You guys know these guys. You know Loft, you know Defectum, you know Mist. Very, very well-known players. And what else? Rofo? Yeah, Rofo is on the team as well in Tacho. I think you definitely know the first three I mentioned. Yeah, especially Defectum if you watched Sweetie Summer. That was an absolutely insane performance by him. But yeah, this is also a very well-rounded team. Very strong on the no mod, very strong on free mods. And yeah, That is really... That's a really, really strong lineup. But, you know, not the smoothest performance so far. They've gotten a couple of, you know, tough opponents here and there. And it's not going to get any better from here on out, as they are facing the number 2 seed now. There's going to be some huge performances required. Yeah, huge performances required from, you know, the side of Norway to really pump this upset. I think even if Norway was seeded number 3 or number 2, that, you know, this would still be a very, very hard matchup. I mean, 2 of these players literally are restricted from AGTS for like 2 years, so that says a lot already. So, yeah, Taiwan warm-up is going to be a bootleg. Yeah, this is a pretty fast map actually. It's what, 240 BPM? I'd say that's relatively pretty fast for its density. Pretty dense map, so yeah, pretty justified. You know, pretty justified BPM for the star rating. It is low 6 stars, but seems like it's just people just warming up. You see misses here and there, like you know, yeah, Defectum and Sakura, yeah, missing a couple here and there, but I don't think it matters too much. After all, it's just a warm-up. You know, it's never really about FCing everything you see. Not exactly. But yeah, this is nearing the end, I'm pretty sure, so... That's the warm-up, so... We're moving up to the end now. So... We'll see what is gonna come out. I do think though, that it's actually really hard to decide what to ban for each team. I mean, these are very similar teams. I mean, these are very similar teams. They have a very solid Nomad core. They have a very solid, you know, hidden and hard core. And that Fremont as well. They just dominate Fremont on both sides. So we'll see what they are going to take out here. I do think though, it's very undecided. I mean, it is very close what these two teams do. But yeah, rules are going to come out. Taiwan A is going to win it. Yeah, we're gonna be waiting here. I have some technical difficulties, so yeah, bear with me. But yeah, it's going to be a first pick for Taiwan. It's going to be a first pick for Taiwan. So first band coming out from gonna be really, really strong in Taiwan. I think these are two very, very strong teams in the Hin department, but that's gonna be Hin 2. Coming out from Norway. And I think this is the slower one. This is the slower one. I'll say that is a little odd. It is a little odd to pick the slower one, but I think consistency is also a very, very strong pick for Taiwan. I mean, Samu and Cute have been very, very strong on that. Or is it Fola? I think it's Fola who plays alongside. Yeah, it's cute. So, yeah, and Hard Rock Poland is going to be coming up next for Taiwan A, which is kind of also a little understandable. But I would think very, very similar, very, very similar pick for both teams. It is just that Defectum really does have a stronger accuracy on these kinds of accuracy Hard Rock picks. So it does make sense to some extent, but I think if Taiwan A was to pick against them, they could have had a good chance of winning, but maybe things are not going to be the same around this time. Double Time 1, going to be the first pick though. It is going to be a little over 210 BPM. And yeah, being the consistency pick, going to be a little similar to that Hard Rock pick, except, you know, without the SVs and whatnot. Going to be some very hard to act patterns. Not exactly tech. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting up here. But yeah, Double Time is really, really strong for Taiwan. Speed or consistency, they've been very, very strong on this pick throughout the entire tournament. First picking the speed one, or getting picked against, I forgot. But against Netherlands, and yeah, clean sweeping them over there. I don't think they picked it in last week, so I think this might just be their first time picking or actually even playing consistency Double Time in this tournament. But yeah, this is a very neck-and-neck accuracy so far. Just starting up here though. But Cute is dropping a couple of accuracy, a couple of 100s, and that is going to shift it a little to the favor of Norway. Mist and Defectum gonna be on this court here. As usual, Defectum and Mist has been kind of the usual for these Nomad and Double Time consistency picks. But yeah, Fola and Cute as the Nomad and Double Time core for Taiwan A. And yeah, these accuracy drops are going to be starting to come for Defectum. Very uncharacteristically, yeah, this is actually holding onto a low 99. Defectum has dropped to 97. That's going to be shifting things around to Fola and Cute as Cute is starting to recover back that accuracy. Fola has dropped a bit since then, but is being more consistent, trading out Defectum. And yeah, that is going to be a 7,000 point lead if they can keep this up, that is. Still halfway of the map to go, and yeah, this is going to be breaking, yeah. Little dire for Norway, especially after that break from Mist, but still have a third of the map left, and this is a consistency pick. You could definitely just break at any time without really thinking about it. Yeah, but whether or not, you know, Taiwan A is thinking about it, it's not really the problem. They are going to be going up 850 combo now for both players. Double FC on the board, 23 and 13-100s respectively for Taiwan's players on the field right now. This is starting to build back up that combo, but there's just no breaks coming in right now for Taiwan to trade it out. And yeah, time is running low. That is going to be a 50,000 point lead. Defectum has recovered back that accuracy, but is just not enough. Yeah, both players have, diffed him on the accuracy department in Taiwan A. And it's looking like a very, very convincing first pick for Taiwan A, as they're going to be trying to get this win and bring it home. Yeah, trying to get this first point home, and they are going to finish her. The spinner is going to be finished. That's going to be first point for Taiwan A. Yeah, little unfortunate break for miss, but both accuracy deficits for Norway. Yeah, good stuff from Taiwan, but going to be Norway's pick next. A little odd what they're going to pick here, though. It's going to be really down to what strengths they have, because they haven't really seen any... Taiwan hasn't really exhibited any weaknesses throughout this tournament so far. That's going to be free mod 2, though. That's going to be free mod 2. This is going to be anti-mod. And we're going to have to see if they're going to over-mod this, though. Oh man. Yeah. It's gonna be Defectum and Lock coming in, Samu and Cute for Taiwan A. It is going to be that lineup. But we're gonna have to see if Defectum is going to pull out the hidden hard rock, and he is going to. That's gonna be a double hidden hard rock for Norway. On the side of Taiwan A, going to have a 1 mod deficit. But into this matchup, Taiwan A needs to see sort of accuracy drop or a break from Norway to really have a chance at winning this. As Defectum has been very, very consistent on the hidden hard so far in this tournament. Of course, not the most flawless victory over Poland A, but has been very, very strong on these mods. And of course, Locke has been very, very consistent on this backup, this anchor. Game matched up with his other teammates and doing very, very consistent. In fact, on some of the free mod picks as well, actually beating out Defectum and being the MVP for his team. But there'll be a break for Locke. Faded out by Samu though. Samu's actually going to no lock here, and you definitely do not want to see this, especially when you are on the single mod. Cute though is going to break as well. That's going to be a full reset for Taiwan A. It seems like, Defectum is going to be keeping up the full combo, and that's going to be a full combo for Defectum. Very convincing point for Norway. Being the only FC in hidden hard rock to add on to that. Be a 108. Oh my god. So that is going to be the anthem line down. And arguably Norway's most convincing pick. You still have the Fremont one, but I think for the Fremont one is going to be very, very close. Way too close to be a convincing leading pick. And yeah, regarding Taiwan's consistency right now, yeah, dropping a lot of combos here and there in these past two picks, so hopefully going to mentally reset here. Hitter 1 will be their second pick. I would say that, yeah, Taiwan A is one of the strongest hidden teams in this entire tournament, if not the strongest hidden team so far, being pretty much absolutely uncontested in this field, being out every single team so far in every single pick, but especially in these hidden picks. And that is also one of the reasons why Norway, despite being able to potentially beat them in these kinds of picks, was to ban out the slow hidden, but here is going to be, yeah, Samu and Q again for the hidden lineup as usual. For most of these, yeah, for the entire tournament so far, it's just been Samu and Q for this pick. Defectum and Loft going to be coming in. I think for this, yeah, I think for this pick, you really, really cannot break a single time. I think the other picks, free mod and the double time is kind of expected because, well, double time 1 is a consistency pick, and free mod 2, if you do over mod, you are allowed to, have these imperfections here and there, but in a consistency pick that really does not have an OD increase in particular, you need to play close to SS, and Samu is going to be doing that. He's going to be maintaining a 3-100 right now. Yeah, beating out Defectum and Loft. Q is going to be backing up. Oh, but that is going to be a break for Samu. But that'll be traded out by Loft. Loft is going to break one more time. That's going to solidify this lead for Taiwan. Her break for Loft. Defectum is still holding on, but Q is going to be trailing right behind him as Taiwan's anchor, and that is as we enter the intermission. It'll be a very, very solidified lead here. 54,000 points in favor of Taiwan A. And the other half of the map is going to be about the same thing as this past half, so as long as you consistently keep this performance for Taiwan A, they're going to run away with this point. And man, Loft is not feeling it on this pick right now. A couple of burst streams here and there, and just low notes in general are going to be tripping up Loft a bit. This is very, very detrimental for Norway though. Unless you can find a huge collapse on both players in Taiwan A, it's going to be unrecoverable now. I think if Taiwan A breaks here and there, it's going to be affordable, but yeah, looking nigh impossible. Taiwan A has picked to their strengths and they're going to run away with it is going to be 8 100s for Samu with a unfortunate break and an FC for Cute. In fact, actually meeting the accuracy from Defectum as the anchor for Taiwan. Very, very nice scores. Samu unfortunately could not get a higher score because of that break, but it is enough. And unfortunately, Loftus not had the best performance here. Very, very smart pick from Taiwan. But that is going to be their other safe pick on. Both hiddens are no longer going to be accessible. The next pick for Norway. I think they could start picking speed here. Especially with, Taiwan's performance being very, very accuracy oriented. You pick into the double time 2, you pick into the Nomad 3, and it's going to be really determined on whether or not you can keep that full combo. Not too gonna come out though. Beckham and Lob gonna come in. Nail is going to be actually coming in for Hard Rock 2. I think this is one of the very rare appearances of Nail coming in. And Cute as the 4th player in the lobby. One thing about this Hard Rock 2, it is slower. It is slower than last week, but it is going to have a much higher, or a slightly higher SV. It's going to be 1.15 for the majority of the map compared to the 1.10 from last week. And much more dense. There are much more dense bird games here, as you are going to see very early on and later on in the map. But a good mental reset hopefully for Norway, as Loft is going to be picking into what he is going to be strong at, which is going to be that hard rock. Backed up by Defectum, it's going to be very, very hard for Taiwan A to keep this up. But it's going to be a very early lead for Taiwan, as Cute is going to be maintaining that SS going into this TI. And the SP is going to be bumped up to 1.15. Looks to be able to handle this fairly well. Yeah, seems like teams are going to be handling this pretty well. Nail though can drop a lot of 100s at the end of the TI though, shifting back the lead to Norway. As Loft and Defectum are also pretty consistent though. Defectum, although being on a 3-100 deficit compared to Q, will be a combined team effort to keep this lead going. As we enter the break, it's going to be very, very close. A 2,000 point lead. Actually flickering here and there in a couple of moments. And if Now can consistently solidify this accuracy and stop dropping, I think this could be a very, very important breakpoint for them. Oh, but Nail's going to be breaking. The Loft did break 150 notes back, so it could be a kind of a trade here. And Loft going to miss the last couple of notes as well. Going to be the first breakpoint here. Taiwan A now up 3-1. And a very, very good performance from Cute to take away this point. Yeah, really good performances from Taiwan A so far. Getting the first break point and now being 2 points up for first time in the match. So go wait till they go wait for their next pick. Yeah, let's see what they're going to pick here. I think this double time 2 could possibly work, as the chat has said. And yeah, that's gonna be double time 2 coming up for Taiwan A. Taiwan A so far has been the absolute king when it comes to double time 2. So far in this tournament, just absolutely dominating everyone on this pick. Let's see if they can keep this up for the third time around. Actually, in fact, they did not play it last week, but week before, did play it, went absolutely insane. So, meanwhile, on Norway's side, also doing very well on double time 2, but unfortunately, this accuracy is going to be coming in very strong for Taiwan A if they can keep this up. Yeah, Miss and Defectum are very strong no-mod players and double time players, but when you compare them to, you know, the lineup that Taiwan A consistently pulls up here, you know, it's always, you know, Q and Fola, but Samu as well, apparently, going to be playing for double time 2. Has been very consistent for the Taiwan team's squad in terms of accuracy, but if they can keep this up, as I said before, this is going to be a pretty comfortable win. And it's going to seem like that as we enter the first Ki. Miss going to be on a little bit of the accurate deficit, going to be double digits on the 100 count. And breaking to add insult to injury for Norway. Not to mention, Defectum is on that 6-100, right? Yeah, the 6-100 status right now. And unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately for Samu, going to be dropping a couple 100s here, but Fola is here to back him up. And he is going to back him up very well. 8 100s now, only up from, yeah, that 2 100s from earlier. Yeah, unfortunately dropping a couple 100s now, but still a combined effort from Samu and Fola holding up that FC. And I think even if Miss did not break there, it's still going to be a pretty convincing lead here for Taiwan, as his accuracy is looking very nice from the both of them. As we near the end of this map, it's going to be unrecoverable from Defectum. Samu and Fola hold the line, and they're going to be pulling up the double FC to take this point. And oh man, Taiwan A is looking way too consistent here now. Possibly entering full form now. 20 for 100s for Samu and 19 for Fola. And yeah, Defectum going to be pulling up a high score here, but unfortunately not enough to beat out both of the Taiwanese players combined. And yeah, even if Miss broke there, it was still not been enough. A double time 2, actually both double times going to be expended here. think Norway will have to pull out the free mod and possibly just get any points they can get. Yeah, losing the past 3 points and be running out of time. Taiwan 8 is 2 points away from taking the win and moving on to the semifinals. Of course, both of these teams have the safety of a winner's bracket, but you really do not want to fall down there. They're taking their time to determine what they're going to pick. It's gonna be no 1-4 actually. This is going to be the gimmick, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Seeming a little desperate here though. I think as a lower seeded team, you always do want to pick what is unnatural for the other team to play. And usually that is going to be the gimmick. Oh, we really have not gotten any true gimmick maps until now, so not much information to work on here. You really need to make sure that 1, you do not break, and 2, that Taiwan themselves do break, but you know, these past couple of maps, they've been breaking less and less, they've been getting more consistent, and really need to stop and like wondering, can you really rely on, you know, hoping for the other team to break at this point? You need to really beat them on the accuracy, and it's not been happening so far in this match. It's been a little odd. As so far, yeah, Norway has been the team that usually beats their opponents on the accuracy. But I'm against a stronger opponent here. You know, a team with 2 players that, you know, got top 3 in AGTS. And solely because of, and mostly because of, you know, their ability to get such high accuracies and, you know, pull off SCs on some of the hardest maps that their skill level can really offer. Norway does need to really start to wonder, like, do they have to go beyond what they can already accomplish in this tournament so far? And coming as one of the favorites to win the entire thing. But yeah, something I've not been mentioning though. Yeah, it's a 4-way SS here. Completely neck and neck, but Lop is going to be breaking. Defectum is going to drop a 100, and still a double SS from Taiwan. It just seems as though, as time progresses, this team just keeps getting stronger and stronger. I think there is hope at the start of the match, but it just does not come. After the 2nd and 3rd point, it just seems like this victory is getting further and further away from Norway. Samu and Fola are playing the matches of their lives right now. Double SS still from Samu and Fola. Yeah, 6 100s as well to add insult to injury from Loft. And no breaks from Taiwan. Just now, yeah, Samu is going to break just now, but damage has been done. There's going to be an SS from Fola, and Samu with a 0-103 miss here. Absolute dominance from Taiwan A. They do not want to drop down to the lower bracket. Yeah, 0-100s drop from Taiwan. It's absolutely unbelievable, and this is another breakpoint for Taiwan A. And match point. Yeah, for Taiwan A, really not sure what you can convincingly play here now. I think Taiwan A has been on absolute confidence at this point. Just knowing that they can beat one of the players on the other side is one way or another. But Norway, not all hope is lost. It's going to be match point, but still not out of the tournament though. And I think if they can win this next point, they might have a chance to win this match still. But it's going to be very hard from now on. It's going to be pretty much just Nomad and that one free mod. If you can survive this Nomad pick from Taiwan, you could pull up the free mod, get that third point, and hopefully win this next break point to hopefully regain some confidence. If you could tilt Taiwan and, you know, get them to miss a bit, but it's just not happening. It happened early on in the map, but it seems like they have gotten their footing. That's gonna be Nomad 3. Oh wait, Nomad 1. I could not read that. Is this his kick? It's gonna be 220 BPM though. A little faster than usual, but I think this is kind of perfect for Taiwan. Yeah, especially with these accuracy drops here and there, and also the breaks that Norway has been experiencing here and there. I think they could pull off this. Yeah, I think they could pull off this pick. Even though I would really see Nomad 1 as a very good pick for any team, mostly as a desperation, as it could flip any way around. But the Nomad lineup for Taiwan is going to come up Q and Fola. For Norway though, the fact that Mist going to be coming back. Mist has been a little bit on the accuracy deficit, but if he can confirm that whole combo, it could be a good and needed breakpoint here. First, you do need Taiwan to lose on the accuracy and lose on the combo. Has not been happening for both. Yeah, but a little weird for Taiwan to pick here. Yo, although Nomad 1 is, you know, a little favoring what they're doing well right now in this match so far. If any misfortune happens, it could flip on their heads. Starting off into the meaty of the map, there's going to be a accuracy deficit again for Norway. 2 100s versus a double SS. Q and Pola are holding up very, very well so far. These doublets. Not really tripping up either 4 of these players, but that is still going to be an early accuracy lead. It's something they always want for Taiwan. And this is truly an accuracy battle. One-third going to be nailed down by all 4 of these players, but Mist going to be dropping another 100 on the straight note. 2 100s now for full on Q. The double SS denied. Q though gonna drop another 100. He's gonna bring things a little too tight now. And this is flickering now. Yeah, Q has dropped another 100, but the fact that trades it back. It's going to be a 1-100 lead for Taiwan. Really comes down to every last 100 here. And Fola is pulling up way too well for Norway's comfort. Fola is going to drop another couple of hundreds. And the score lead is flickering now. Miss and Defective drop another couple. Drops now to 9 100s. Taiwan A is leading this now. Nearing the end of the map. Quarter of the map left to go. And it's going to be a 3,000 point lead. Defectum unfortunately drops those couple of hundreds, but if Taiwan A cannot manage this for the rest of the map, it might just be a break point for Norway. For Norway, all they can do is hope. You cannot break. You cannot drop any more 100s. This is going to be dropping a couple more 100s. QM Fola is going to draw the line here. 6 and 6 is going to be the end of it all. And as we near the end of this map, they are really going to draw this line. Fola going to be going up to 7 now. But Miss and Defectum are getting more and more behind on this accuracy as this map just goes on. 12 and 11 for Defectum and Miss. Q has not dropped anything since the last quarter and is going to be a 6-1 win for Taiwan. Q and Fola are gonna hold down the fort. 5 and 7 100s here. And unfortunately, Miss and Defectum might have gotten their nerves to their heads as it be 10 100s and 12 100. A little unfortunate. I think Taiwan, although pulling off this pretty nice performance on this last map, definitely could have seen a very close alternate future where this could have been a break point. But win is a win. Taiwan A gonna move on to the semifinals. Already seeing Asian dominance here in this next stage of the tournament. Taiwan A and South Korea A will be possibly moving up here. Yeah, looking at this bracket, it is truly Asian dominance here in the semifinals. South Korea A and Hong Kong A are gonna be matched up next week. Taiwan A and China A as well. And no more Western teams in the upper bracket. Oh man, this is going to be really, really tight. As for Norway, they will be facing up against Canada B in the lower bracket. Well, thank you for tuning in. I think the upcoming match is going to be Singapore versus Sweden. Is it? I'm not sure. Wait, I can't really read this. Oh wait, it's 52 minutes ago, I'm stupid. Yeah, I just finished, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go now. It's been a pleasure testing this match. Yeah, hopefully we see some even more tight matches to come, especially next week. That upper bracket match. Those upper bracket matches are gonna be really, really tight. But yeah, see you next week, or see you later.